for Franco. Game number 2, we saw the Yves ban. So now, I'm really wondering what we're going to see from the side of Aura. And what's interesting is Arashi, GeekFam have opted to go for that second pick on the red side. A little trend as well that we have seen in the series is that the second pick, the red side team has won every single time. Game 1, GeekFam were on the red side, Aura were in the red side on Game 2, and now GeekFam coming back into that red side, gonna go most probably for a ban towards the Kadita here.
Right, the Kadita has not been left open at all for good reason, right? Godiva can do so much. He's already doing a lot on the Lolita. Imagine the impact he can have on a Kadita instead. So they banned that away, but right now for Aura, they have not banned the Franco or anything else. They're forced to ban the Paramis, and so we'll have to see if they can go for the Beatrix first pick.
Valentina as well?
Or Valentina, because whichever they pick, okay, the other one is going to be picked up by GeekFam, and I think we have already mentioned that the pattern is that the team that has the Beatrix will actually win the game.
This is so good though by Aura. They notice that again the Beatrix has been the main reason as to why these teams are winning, as to why they're able to hold their own in the early stage up until the late game. Beatrix is such a prio hero. Aura Fire, they know that, they understand that, and they pick it up as a first pick. This is the first time I think that we've seen a Beatrix first pick in the season, but we know why. This hero is just such a big threat now. But GeekFam, they responded with a Valentina and the Paquito. Very similar to game number 1. Now that the Beatrix, though, has been picked up by Aura, they might be going for a Claude. But Aura, they secure in Esmeralda and a Yves. So again, this combination, Rashi, that we've seen many times, Beatrix-Yves.
And the scary part is we don't know where the Esmeralda is going to go, because with Aura Fire, it's just never that straightforward. For the side of GeekFam, the fact that the game is so dependent on the gold laners doing well, it really seems like it's a huge showdown between Kabuki and Kadera. So Beatrice gets picked up, and GeekFam, understanding that there's not a lot of other options for a solid late game carry, big burst damage gold laner, they go for the Cloud pick, even though it feels quite early in the banning phase.
Well, we have to once again see Beatrix going up against Claude. In that second game, actually, Kadira, sure, he was relevant, he has impact, but if you compare it to Kabuki, it was a different story. Now, in second phase, GeekFam, they will have to limit perhaps the jungles here for the side of Aura, but no, it's actually Godiva. Yeah, they are trying to limit the options for Godiva. Immediate response here from side of Aura Fire, realizing game 1, GeekFam first picked in the second phase that Balman, and they will somehow eliminate that option.
Yeah, Bellman in the jungle on the hands of Jana QT was just, he had such a big impact in game number 1, securing a whole lot of neutral objectives, but with it being banned, I do see Aura Fire, what they're trying to do here in game 3. They're trying to just ban out all of the junglers from the side of GeekFam, but whoa. GeekFam actually banned out the Julian, and Aura, they ban out the Atlas. So,
Atlas.
Julian, Akai, and Bauman banned out. GeekFam secure a Mathilda here. I don't know what they're gonna pick up. GeekFam have a chance to pick up something like a Ling here for Jana QT, who has a whole lot of achievements here, ladies and gentlemen. In MPLPH Season 6, he played on Signal Ultra. Season 7, he played on Aura PH. In Season 8, he played in Echo. Now, in Season 10, he is playing in GeekFam ID as a Filipino import here in MPL Indonesia.
Wow. For side GeekFam though, I think we mentioned how they need to force Aura into fights, and Aura ban out that Atlas, so the backline will be very difficult to reach. I don't know if GeekFam's plan is to dive in with the Matilda along with the Claw and go with that Blazing Duet. We seen them try it in game number 2. It just really wasn't reliable enough, and it wasn't up often enough compared to how often Aura can go in. Ling as well as, whoa, and Edith has been secured by Aura Fire.
Yeah, so this Edith will fall to the hands of Godiva. Have we seen Edith roam here this season?
We have, and it was on the hands of Godiva too.
Okay, so they're trying to perhaps replicate the same approach. GeekFam, with that last pick, actually, yeah, a very balanced orientation, but this is going to be your talents game duration prediction by Axe here. Miracle opted for a 15-minute game, Arashi 16-minute game. I went to a little longer.
And you're the
20
one
minutes.
with, you're the most accurate, right? Because the games have been going over 20 minutes. So me and Arashi, I think we thought it was going to be a fast game, right? Because usually how Geek Fam and how Aura win, they get the game rolling from the get-go, from the early stage, and they just don't stop. They grasp onto that gold lead up until the very end. But here you go, ladies and gentlemen, the final game of the series.
Best of one between Aura Fire and as well as Geek Fam. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see the conclusion. Who will prevail? Land of Dawn, we go to witness the conclusion.
Oh man, let's get it right here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are jumping into the Land of Dawn. It's Jana on the jungle. Cho is not a Paquito jungle. Oh my goodness, I thought it was going to be a Cho in the XP, but this is a pick that we have seen last week, now being picked up again many times in ranked, and even here, Geek Fam going for the Fearless strat.
Fearless strat. The Cho with a Demon Slayer though, I wonder if the build will be more tanky or a bit more damage, because we have seen that Cho building full damage has a chance to just one-shot the Beatrix, who has been such a problem for both these teams. But I think with the Demon Slayer, that hints that he tries to go for maybe a bit more utility.
See here, Lethal Wanderer will be collected by High here with no problem. But let's talk a little here about the Cho jungler. Going up against Lingdi, he has an edge, right? I mean, he has that Wave Dragon that can just connect either way if he's building defense or even offense. So I feel like that is one of the department that Geek Fam can just capitalize on. Yeah? Jana QT already moving into the jungles of High here, 2 versus 2. And we can see here who will win Retribution.
Oh.
Jana QT will win that. High will not have the orange buff now. They might force a war here. Fluffy jumps in Kadira as well, but no casualties whatsoever in the first second minute.
Good punish.
2 minutes.
Good punish by Geek Fam. They noticed that again. The Lethal Wanderer was taken earlier by Aura, so no retribution. They go instantly for that orange buff. Having the retri advantage, he was able to steal it away, and with that, they've secured themselves a pretty good lead. Like you said, Gani, in the early stage, Cho, well no, in the grand scheme of things, Cho actually is going to be able to counter that Ling with the way the Dragon locking him down whenever he goes for those crazy engages onto the back line. But now that he has a slight advantage in terms of farm, it's going to be even harder for the Ling to do anything on the map.
Off the bat, Geek Fam already doing a lot better, but Fluffy here goes in deep to try and get something, but he gets punished. First blood for Elzura.
He popped a sprint, but man, Geek Fam, they just read a Fluffy like a book, and now Godiva, his stun was a little bit cancelled here. Real world relation here. Godiva has nowhere to go, but thankfully, he still has that slide. And orange buff picked up by High, but Turtle will fall to the side of Geek Fam now. Voloisky still withholding the pressure here. Now it seems like Circling Eagle will connect. High will force to use that Tempest of Blade as a defense here. What a pressure by Geek Fam.
Well, we'll take a look at the
Oh my
emblem.
God.
But before that, though, Kabuki gets a kill, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, Kabuki here gets the kill on towards Voloisky there. Elzura popped that sprint for safety. But emblem-wise here, crazy stat here.
They don't
on
stop.
the mid side here. Jana QT as well as Zura might look for a fight. But Godiva and as well as Facehugger with a good disengage will somehow be safe.
All right,
Wow.
Arashi, you can finally talk.
Can finally talk, because these two teams, I don't know, there's always going to be someone who is ahead in the fighting department, and they just have been going back and forth, so there's not really a lot of time for analysis. But here we go, Jana gets flipped.
Yeah, Alpha HP circling the Onyx on towards Godiva. Godiva deleted immediately here as Geek Fam. What a counter re-engage. What a re-engage there by the side of them. Two real world manipulation
Wow.
here in the mid side. Looking for the mechanics. Jana QT is in there. Tempest of Blade for the tackle. Zura is in trouble. He gets taken down. Now they might look for more as Fluffy and Luke will not be able to join in time, but one member of Zura gets taken down there.
That was such a good interaction. Two real world manipulations, and they're just both spamming on one spot. In the end, it was actually Facehugger that came out on top. But again, Jana has the retry, has the way the dragon. He's going to try to steal it. He got it. He got it.
Wow.
That's information though, no retribution. Perhaps High will look for a neutral objective, but man, oh man, what a read by Jana QT and friends. Geek Fam still keeping the pressure from the get-go, Arashi. What do you think?
Intelligent gameplay from Geek Fam, man. They know exactly what they have right now. Ooh, Luke gets the steal right there. But as you can see, they know where, in what aspects they win right now, and they use it to its full potential. Stealing away camps from high, delaying the Link power spike, and getting the early skirmish kills because they have two fighters. They have Janna in the jungle. They have Luke that can come in. They have Mathilda on Voloisky. They can actually do a lot of plays, but Kadira actually gets jumped on.
Too much damage there. Kadira cannot withstand the damage. Now, Johnny Cutie looks for playing the turtle high though. Will try to get the kill. Tempest Blade pops as well, but cancelled immediately by that Jet Kundo. High will pick up that turtle, and as well as they will get the kill on towards Kadira. GeekFam might look for a re-engage in mid-side, but nothing much.
Without a purple buff, and with a retreat disadvantage, High was one level below, and still, he was able to actually steal it away from Janna. Now it's time to take a look at the items, Arashi. Aura Fire still in the lead after securing that neutral objective.
So will be in the lead, but Janna, we can see he is building a tank, so he will be a lot more utility. The bulk of the damage will still be done by Elzura and Kadira. Will that be enough? That is the real main question here, but Janna already being so aggressive, but he's alone in the jungle.
Alone in the jungle here, 4 members trying to zone the members away. Fluffy though will be the recipient of that Wave Dragon. Will he be taken down here as a lot of resources put down, but High comes in. Janna QT is in a no man's land, but with the help of Luke, he will not be able to survive there. Janna QT gets taken down with a lot of ultimate pops as well. Aura Fire, they might look for the top side here. Luke trying to clear the wave as fast as possible. Can he do it here as Fluffy needs to retreat as he is one HP, but Luke, actually one member is able to clear and top structure is saved.
And he bought so much time for Chidera even to actually look for that turret in the bottom side, pushing it in and getting Kabuki to look down below. Now he's forced to back up to that bottom side, again giving more space for the rest of the GeekFam members to actually make moves on the map. And again, Luke has been stepping up in the past few weeks. Up top though.
Yeah, Circle Eagle connects on towards High here. No commitments, Geek. They just want this space and they will claim the top structure. High there, caught in the knockout strike as well. Will not be able to escape. Oh my god, Tempest Blade was forced here. High might find an answer, but Luke will not come into a fight. But mid-side, a lot of teams, a lot of members clumping up here. Godiva might be the target. Is this the right move? GeekFam immediately backs away as the neutral objective is up.
With the neutral objective being up, they go straight onto it with the amount of pressure that, again, Luke has been able to buy up top. Oh my goodness, Kabuki almost stole that turtle with the Renner. But there you go, the turtle has been slain by GeekFam, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series with Godiva.
Oh, they're so proactive. They want to invade now. Luke, he wants to escape here. He is able to escape, but John QT here is going to be the target. But take a look at that as Aura Fire with no casualties still on the board for both teams. It is still a disengage. Aura Fire will still collect that purple buff, no?
Janna stole the purple buff.
Janna!
With the retribution. Yeah, that's the thing, right? One level advantage by Janna. He utilized it, punishing Aura Fire for not zoning him away. Janna was left alone there. They were actually focusing on Luke, and it just gave him the opportunity to steal away the purple buff once again from a Ling. Do I need to emphasize how crazy or how difficult it is to play Ling without purple buff?
It's just a whole different ball game, and High has been doing okay, doing his best with it, but surely that's a big issue for him right now. Janna has been doing very well, and with him being a utility jungler, right now with the top and bottom turret taken for GeekFam, they can look to make an aggressive play into the jungles of Aura Fire and then cut off the members in the mid lane from behind. That is an option we've seen both teams explore, and GeekFam for sure has the control, and they're the ones who has all the cards to play right now.
It seems like it's still a stalemate-ish type of game here between GeekFam as well as Aura Fire. Both teams just denying to give up here. Structure-wise, sure, our GeekFam, they're leading, but economy-wise, Aura Fire isn't too far behind. We'll see here, how can GeekFam exploit this space?
Yeah, again, this is very interesting, but while Kabuki stepped up there on the assets, I do want to talk about his selection of weapons as a Beatrix, because it's very interesting. Usually we do see, we never see the Bennett, almost never, unless you're trying to defend in the high ground. But he has actually used the Bennett so many times in his games just to clear out waves, even in this lane, in the early stage of the game. So this is something that Kabuki has been able to utilize a lot of times, and notice something. Kabuki's always ahead on the Beatrix, so maybe that's something that the other players haven't caught up to, Arashi.
Well, it does a lot of damage, so when it comes to clearing, and especially when you have to clear fast in order to not get picked off by your opponents right here, it is a very smart move. And I think, yeah, some players can actually take advantage of that for sure. Right now, though, GeekFam will be the ones to try and see if they can make a catch, make a play right now. Godiva on the Edith. If he uses Flicker, he can actually try and make something happen, but obviously it's not nearly as surprising as plays that are available onto Janna QT or Beloisky.
Oh, mid-side, real world manipulation pops high.
Oh, wow.
Luke comes in, trying to find a flank here. This engage ultimately here from side of our fire. No casualties just yet, but take a look at this GeekFam in a very awkward position here. Beloisky chunked quite low. Godiva providing information, opening the Lord up here. One member, Esmeralda, is both side. Perhaps GeekFam can capitalize on this. Yeah, they will take the Lord here, the unenhanced one, and Aura of Fire slowed. They are actually behind on rotation, and GeekFam immediately quick to capitalize.
That's what happens when you don't enable your Ling to actually secure his buff. Without the purple buff, High's just a sitting duck. He really can't do much in these team fights. Jumping around is going to be a very tough thing to do on a Ling with no purple buff. But finally, he does get that purple buff with GeekFam trading it with a Lord. We need to take a look at the items though, because Beatrix slowly but surely getting to that power spike as he already has the BOD and the Hunter Strike with GeekFam. He goes straight in for the base, even using the real world manipulation that was stolen away with the IMU to just dish out a little bit more damage there in the mid lane. But look at what High is doing.
Yeah, yes. Somehow creating pressure, relieving off pressure here. Arashi, Florida marches top side, bot side rather. It seems like GeekFam will try to look for a fight if possible. Remember, they have two tools of engaging. With Janna QT as well as Beloisky here being the front line. Fluffy though looks for a flank with that spawning Star Moon. Will not create to anything just yet, but certainly Eagle, Fluffy, they get committed. High jumps and surface the blade towards the backside. Janna QT is the target now. Beloisky forces a flicker away as Zura and friends will now pop that real world revelation as Godiva with just 1 HP is able to escape as Gluck. Top side is just having fun.
Very, very good defense there by Aura Fire. It was a very good try as well by GeekFam to try to knock on that base turret, but Aura Fire, using the Bennett once again, are able to clear out the Lord. They will lose out in that tier 2 mid lane though, however. And again, this is value for GeekFam. The fact that they are able to use the first Lord of the game to secure every single tier 2 turret in the map. It's value for the first Lord.
It is value. And for the side of Aura Fire, High has been just forced into this split push situation, but how long can it go for? GeekFam has a lot of pressure, and they have been able to clear out the waves again and again before the fights even happen. So Aura, if they want to go for this split push situation, they need to be the ones to set up the waves in their favor. Because otherwise, GeekFam has the pressure. They're the ones that can decide when the fight's going to happen because they have the Circling Eagle as well as a possible Jeet Kundo into Way of the Dragon combo. So Aura Fire, they're always waiting to see what happens. They have Godiva to try and maybe protect Kabuki, but at this point, if Godiva isn't going to do any engages, it's going to be very difficult because GeekFam won't engage when they're on the back foot.
Damage dealt by Axe here, the two mid laners from each team, Azura and as well as Facehugger, dishing out the most damage for each respective teams. Followed by Luke and as well as Kabuki here, so it is quite even. 2 Aura Fire and as well as 2 GeekFam members, but now Beloisky looks for an engage in the mid side. Godiva here denying the engage from Luke. Still no connection, real connection from both teams here, as both parties, they are just dancing around here trying to find pressure, trying to find the right momentum here. Is High again with the same strategy, just split pushing, top side, recall, bot side, recall, top side is what he is doing.
With this slow kind of tempo, I actually think that, again, GeekFam are in the lead. They are technically in the lead in the goal department too, but just taking a look at how the game is being played, GeekFam knows how to play this kind of play style, you know? They want to take it slow, they want to play it for the objectives, and it's actually Aura Fire who are caught in a desperate position, because with their composition, they are relying heavily on that crazy team fight, again, to turn the tide of the game. And GeekFam are not letting that happen. Again, they're just playing around the Lord, even now, they're not going to commit onto this Lord. They're just using it as bait to bring Aura Fire over to the Lord. And when they do, they reset it just like this, and they go back, clearing the waves again, just making Aura Fire lose out on XP, gold, and bringing Geek Fam to a point where they will have, again, a much bigger lead, slowly but surely.
Luke right here on a mission, constantly pushing the lane further away from the Lord. Hai has been forced to actually push the lane closer to the objective, so his mobility won't even be a massive factor that will favor them in this engagement. Both Fluffy and Luke trying to cut waves here, trying to make sure that they have the advantage for the setup, but boom! There we go, Baloyski has been taken out.
Baloyski being the first man to caught here. Janakini might be like as high. Godiva is on his ass.
Oh.
Kira gets taken down. 3 members by the side of Geek Fam falls, and Aura Fire finds their momentum out of nothing. Kabuki will claim the Lord. It's 2 members only. Luke caught in the no man's land here. He might be caught here isolated, but Godiva, what the heck? He gets the play, and Luke will not be able to survive. No emeralds to his name as Kabuki claims that mega kill. Azura here playing the sneaky play, will somehow try to find a surprise attack, but of course with none of the right targets in sight, he recalls.
You blink and you miss it. One mistake by Geek Fam. Baloyski way too aggressive, caught, and Aura just capitalized. That's what Aura want. That's what they want. They want to go for the fights. They want to go for those crazy pickoffs, and Geek Fam just let that happen.
Yeah, Lord will be taken care of outside here. Geek Fam, can they withstand here? Can they defend the base turret? Mid side should be the next agenda for side of Aura Fire. Can Geek Fam clear this with their hero powers? I feel with their composition, I feel like they are able to here. Whoa, take a look at the damage here. Hai pressuring top side. A base turret mid falls, and Luke will not be able to clear top side as well here as Geek Fam lost 2 base turrets here. It is a reset once again, but now Aura Fire with their gold lead, almost 5,000.
Massive, massive lead for the side of Aura Fire now, but they're looking on to collapse onto Fluffy.
Ooh, Fluffy here with that immortal. Temples of Blade pops as well as Godiva actually gets caught. Real world relation as pops here, but cancel immediately. And now Kabuki will look for the end as the shotgun. It's just too much. Geek Fam is nowhere near in the map. Aura Fire, the reverse sweep.
They learned.